Welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy V Pixel Remaster. My name is Tails Flyraga, and in today's episode, we're going to be going to the fire-powered ship, which is going to be not a super difficult dungeon, but it is where the difficulty of the game starts to pick up a little bit, in my opinion. And the boss here can easily destroy you if you're not prepared. So, let's talk to Sid. Took you long enough. It's almost like you took a couple days break between recordings. Just as I suspected, the ship's engine is what's draining the crystal's power. The engine? If the engine isn't stopped, and quickly, the fire crystal will shatter. Will you go and turn it off? Yeah, we can do that. Right, let's go in through the door, but the ship's been overrun with monsters. Which is why I can't do it. I can't fight. I'm old. Alright, up here in this room is absolutely nothing, but it's cool that they put it in. It's neat, and now we can leave both the doors open and let all the AC out. Even better. Alright, let's get ourselves down to the staircase, and the fire-powered ship looks a little bit more cybernetic than areas we've been to before. It's a little odd. But hey, if you're gonna do some kind of fire-powered engine-y ship, it's probably gonna have some tech in it. So I'm gonna be keeping Bart's with Mystic Knight for now, but I think a little ways into the dungeon I will switch back to Knight just to get the level 3 Knight skill. Because that will actually come pretty in handy for after this dungeon. And I think a few people who've played this game before will know what I mean. Oh, these guys aren't undead. They look like ghosts. But I guess they're not. One thing to note is that in this dungeon, most of the enemies, not all of them, but most of the enemies here are going to be weak to ice. Which makes some sense, since obviously we're playing in the fire dungeon, all the enemies are going to be weak to ice. Most of them are. I'm going to give you the leather shoes then. Just increase your defense a little bit, because you have not much in the way of defense right now. Gonna be one of those situations where having a class that has light armor is not gonna be so great. Also, these guys, defeaters. Defeaters, by themselves, they ain't shit. The problem is, they're not by themselves. If you kill a defeater with like a non-counterattack and it's the last enemy, they will summon 2 motor traps. Motor traps are weak to, they're weak to lightning. Don't cast thunder on them, because if you do, they will self-destruct. So unfortunately, they're a little bit one of the more annoying enemies in this dungeon. Slow both of them down, and sadly Ferris is stopped, thanks to Gamma Ray. I'll put Blizzard Blade on just for a little bit of extra damage. Like I said before, Spellblade adds a little bit of extra damage depending on the spell. Oop, Ferris is out. And she's doing a big 5 damage. So yeah, you can see a little bit of extra damage, went from 60 to 65, not a huge amount, but you do get more powerful the more powerful spell you have. There's actually a lot of different ways we can go here, but I know the correct way, but I want to experiment around and see what other ways we can do. You know what? Let's do Blizzara Blade and see how much damage we can do with that. See what kind of trouble we can get ourselves into. We've also got to keep an eye out for maybe some blue magic around here as well. I don't remember off the top of my head where every blue magic spell is. I'm probably not going to be going for all of them. But any that we do get will obviously be pretty cool. So now that Spellblade Blazara is going to do a huge amount of damage. And hey, since everyone died at once, we don't have to deal with motor traps. Ferris has learned Check, which of course is the first scan skill that Blue Mage has. It's not super important or useful or anything, but sometimes you do want to see how much health someone has. I think actually, yeah, poltergeists aren't weak to lightning. So I think they actually can be hit by healing spells. Yeah, makes sense, they're spooky boys. We're gonna be hopefully getting a fair amount of levels here because, again, I want to be prepared for the boss at the end of this place. I remember this boss, and in what was a recording that is now a practice recording, thanks to perfectionism, I remember having a rough time against the boss of this place. If you're not prepared. Now, we obviously have a high-level ice spell, and you're probably thinking, okay, well it's a fire dungeon, so the boss is going to be weak to fire. And you'd be correct on that. But if you didn't get Blazara either because you didn't think to stop into town, or because maybe you thought all the magic shop was still going to be closed due to story reasons or something like that, maybe you just didn't go in, maybe you didn't have enough gil. Either way, if you don't have Blazara, the boss of this dungeon is going to be a rough time. But since we do, that should, in theory, make the boss a fair bit easier. I say in theory because the boss still has a lot of attacks that can do a lot of damage. One that's party-wide and one that's single targeting that right now with our current stats is going to be a one-hit kill. So you kind of don't want that to happen. Thankfully, however, we're encountering a lot of monsters here, which, I mean... You can debate whether or not you want to be thankful for it. Just put sleep on his blade. Need to get a decent weapon for Ferris, or just keep using magic. I want to have Blue Mage here because in the section after this dungeon, there are some blue magic spells that we can learn that are quite helpful. But even so, I still want to show, like, the jobs off, too. Not worrying too much about, you know, what's the optimal party setup. I just want to show off all the cool shit. Alright, let's go in through this duct. Bards is venting. He's sus. And there's a ladder inside the vent, too. Alright. Give more heals. Kick more dudes. Problem is, Poltergeist is resistant to magic, so I think it heals from ice and then takes no damage from fire or thunder, so you've got a bit of a problematic enemy if you don't have a strong melee fighter. Thankfully we do. Alright, real quick actually, I'm gonna swap back to night. Let's keep Magic Shell on, actually, as a passive. Because Knight has cover natively. So I figure, why not just have Magic Shell on? Not too many places to go here, but keep that treasure chest in mind for later. Up the elevator. Super Famicom, of course, didn't have a smooth elevator. Alright. We've got 2 other doors we can go through, and... Oh, I just realized those doors look like fucking JPEGs. They got that kind of compression on them. It's weird. We've got 4 vents that we can go through. I know the correct path, so we're gonna go the incorrect paths. And by that, I mean we're gonna go into the loving arms of these enemies. That missed and it's still confused. Alright. Make it make sense, game. Yeah, you heal from ice. Bart's the Knight should be able to deal a lot of damage. Cure Lena up a little bit. Not Lenny. And, you know, let's cast Blizzar on you guys. Get you out of the way. Big damage. In a land of double digits, we're doing triples. In a land of chimpanzees, we were a monkey. Vent number 1 just leads you back here. That is just a time waster. Vents number 3 and 4, however, will lead us to different places. Take vent number 3, and I think this one actually leads us to the treasure chest. It does, which contains Thieves' Gloves. Thieves' Gloves are very good if you're running Thief. They double the Thief's stealing ability from 40% chance to 80% chance. So that is very good if you're trying to steal stuff. And there are enemies that have a lot of good things to steal. Especially a recurring boss we'll be fighting later. But not in this episode. We won't be seeing him for a while. But once we do, we'll probably want to have a thief on hand. Meet you guys back at the vents. Although I guess admittedly it doesn't take that long, so maybe I won't. Maybe I will in fact keep you on the ride on the way here. Alright, oop. I was gonna say last but not least, but no more of these guys. These fellas have opinions. Well, now that we know that these guys aren't undead, it does kind of hamper things a little bit. Because normally the strat is like, oh, I'm just gonna cast Cure on them, blah blah blah. Nope, can't do that. And Ferris is currently out of MP. This one is either gonna lead to another treasure chest or just to a backtrack. It leads to a backtrack. Or so you think. It actually leads us to... Oop. Hang on, it leads us to more guys. We're getting this enemy set up a lot. Oh, I know why Lena is still attacking this guy after getting licked. Because of counter, that's right! Look at me, I'm a clever boy now. Probably should use an ether on Ferris. You know what, yeah. Also, you may have just noticed that flash move that was just occurring. Well, that is actually another blue magic spell. I don't know if we learn it, though. Because I've had instances where, like, flash hits everyone, and everyone has learning, and it still didn't work. And I don't know what happened to cause it. Maybe there's 2 moves in the game called flash that do the same thing, but are technically different instances. I don't know. Regardless, however, we have the blue magic flash, which blinds all enemies in battle. We also have a green beret. Let's give that to Lena. It's going to increase her defense and magic defense by a little bit, and also increase her strength and agility by a little bit. So that should offset a little bit of the weight increase. I don't think you've gained weight, Lena, though. I think you look just fine. Alright, one more place for us to go to, and that is here. Through this door. Which leads us down, down, down to the depths. And it leads us to something we can't even do. We can't even go there, the conveyor belt's pointing the wrong direction. I don't have any way to get rid of blind. Oh no. Bad times. Well, hang on, I've got... No, I don't even have any eye drops. I should have... Well, I didn't have any money because I was using it to... Please tell me you're undead. Please tell me you're undead. Oh, thank you. I'm just like, oh, I don't have the money for it because I was using it to buy magic. I had to pick and choose. And I chose getting ourselves equipped over having provisions. It's a silly idea, I guess. Anyway, vent number 2 sends us down into the depths. Into the chute. And there is a ladder and a door. Take the ladder first, because it's going to lead to the Moonring Blade. The Moonring Blade is the first boomerang-type weapon we can get. Which means, if we were running Thief, and I'm probably going to switch Lena to Thief here in a sec, we now have a way to attack from the back row reliably. Right. Just try to... Learning Flash was good, but unfortunately, getting hit by it kinda put a damper on a lot of things. Alright, now it is time for aggression. Now it is time to swing wildly. Well, that hit. And since everyone's on attack right now, I am just gonna hit Y to go to auto battle and have a refreshing beverage. Wow, was that not the most intense combat you've ever seen? Alright. We've got Lena to level 3 Monk, so I'm actually gonna finally switch her to something else. To Thief. Thieves obviously have the ability to steal, and no... I'll also give her Chakra as well. Because that means the next battle we go to, theoretically, I can use Chakra to get rid of blind. However, there's no point, because this other door leads to the opposite side of that, and a save point. So this should remove all of our statuses right now. We don't have anything that can't be removed by a tent. And hey, look at that. We're all situated and ready to go. I'm gonna save here, and... Oh, I spent a lot less time in this episode than I thought, actually. A lot shorter than I thought it was. Alright, well, let's do the puzzle room, then. It's not much of a puzzle, honestly. It's basically just hit every switch as they come up. Almost every switch, actually, I should say. There are some that you don't want to hit, because they don't really do much of anything. Oh, that's right! Confuse in this game fucking sucks if you've got a caster. Oh no. Oh, double no. So, in this game, they made it so that Confuse also allows for your party members to use, magic attacks. I don't believe they can summon, at least. Yeah, now this guy's gonna be a problem, because Gallif in his infinite wisdom cast Protect on him. Okay, alright. Alright. Didn't see that one coming. What was that about my infinite wisdom? Getting confused was already a strategy. Alright, alright. Let's get these guys now. Move that bridge out of the way. There's only one switch that we don't really need to hit, and it's right below us. That was really funny. Probably not as funny to everyone as like my stupid laughing is gonna make it seem like, but that was quite worthy of a chuckle. A sensible chuckle. A hearty guffaw, maybe. Alright, the bottom switch is just if you want to go back, in case you want to go back to the save room and save real quick. The top switch, hit it when you're on this platform, and that's how you get over. If you hit it when you're not on that platform, the platform just kind of moves without you, and you get real sad, and you have to hit the switch again. It really wants me to fight these guys. Oh no. I don't think you're gonna have as much of a comedy as, like, as that one time. We're also using up a lot of MP fighting these guys. A little bit more than I probably should be anyway, because the boss is just up ahead. Up here is the engine room. And I don't have a small heal for Galuf. So I guess we're gonna use some potions here, because I kind of want to save the elixirs for now. Alright. And Bart still hasn't learned two-handed yet, so I think I may have jumped the gun a little bit switching him to Spellblade, but he's still got Magic Shell. Two-handed is something that would be quite nice to have. It's not too important. Actually, you know what? Ferris? You're close to a Blue Mage level up, though. I'll keep this set up. I'll keep things rocking. Up here, Queen Karnak. What's she doing here? And it turns out, meddling dolts, you shall pay for interfering with my revival. I'm going to set this engine on fire exactly 9 times. That's how angry I am. Welcome to the boss fight. Liquid Flame. Liquid Flame sucks. I hate this fight. We've got to be pretty careful about how we do things, because Liquid Flame switches between 3 forms. Each form has its own counterattacks that it will use. The humanoid form is an offense-based form. Oh, I attacked too soon here. The tornado is a healing-based form. And the hand is a defensively based form. Each one of them kind of has their own strengths and weaknesses. Since we've got Blizzara, it shouldn't be too much of a hassle, since this boss has 3000 HP, so we can whittle it down. It's this form I hate. Because the hand is immune to elemental magic, and will also cast Fyra as a counter. Fyra, at this point, is going to kill everyone in 1 hit. Yeah, I'll do that. Use a Phoenix down. There are reasons why I hate this fight. It's not gonna kill everyone in one hit, I guess. It's gonna deal just a lot of damage, but I don't want to take a lot of damage. I want to be perfectly fine in my cozy little home, not taking a lot of damage. Switch to Tornado? Yeah, Tornado. Tornado is actually pretty much useless against us. It's going to deal, or it's going to heal itself constantly with fire spells until it runs out of HP, or MP rather, but it's actually a good idea to keep it on this at least for a little bit, because that means it's not going to be attacking you, and its counterattack doesn't do any damage either, it just pulls you into the front row. Oh, but the hand. Yeah, I'll use this as an opportunity to get a cure on everyone. Alright, who's gonna die this time? Fyra on... Oh, Bart's is gonna live. Bart's actually has a lot of health. Magnet pull. Hand again. Ashu, I think you're within range where one more Blizzara should do it? If I'm doing my maths right? Oh, right, because you're immune to magic, that's right. Duh. I even got through just saying that. Bart's is paralyzed, thanks to Ray. Alright. Swap form, and then die a horrible death. There we go. Like I said, it's not so bad when you have Blizzara. Blizzara's gonna do a lot of damage. If you don't have an ice magic, or it's a weak one, that fight sucks. That fight stinks. Alright, find passages, time magic level 2, and learn. Now Ferris can learn, when we equip that, learn blue magic without needing to be a blue mage. Ooh, we got a flame bow. Nice. That would be good if we had somebody that could use bows. The engine blows up. And Queen Karnak is free from her presumed brainwashing. Queen Karnak! I was being controlled by something, a creature of pure evil. It desires to envelop everything in darkness. Your Highness. The crystals. It's not just the machines that are destroying them. Something evil is using their power to resurrect itself. Please, save the fire crystal. It's in the room just through that pipe. Alright. And it is up north is where the fire crystal is. So I hope everyone's ready to get our new jobs. Stop pussyfooting around. Inside the crystal room, the fire crystal. Oop. And hey, thank goodness it's still intact. Galuf? We won't let you touch the crystal, werewolf. Stand down. I am not your enemy. I'm not so sure about that. Galuf, say something. What's wrong? You know me? Ugh, can't remember a thing. Who in blazes am I? Well, Galuf struggles to remember, though. A soldier comes by, flips the power switch. What have you done? Sending that much power through the crystal will smash it to smithereens. And this makes 3. One more and the seal is broken. Mwahaha. Something evil is definitely afoot. It's no good. The switch is busted. Galuf, I'll hold this back. You 4 must escape. We only have one chance left. Save the Earth Crystal. Go. Once the crystal shatters, the whole room will go up in flames. Get out of here and protect the last crystal with your lives. Werewolf! We have to help him. Oh, but you're not helping anyone. Into the hole you go. Galuf, you're our only hope. And in true tradition, the crystal shatters. Alright, we're at this point now. The flames are dying. The fire crystal must have lost its power. The crystal's shattered. Where's the werewolf? He probably got trapped in the fire, couldn't get out. We have to hurry. This castle was held together by the power of the fire crystal. Hold up, so now that the crystal's gone, the castle's gonna blow? Exactly, we've no time to lose. Alright. Before we go here, I need to waste some seconds. And heal. Since we don't have a tent or anything. Alright. Time to save in a new file. And get ready for this mess. It is time for the escape. Now with the thief, we now run twice as fast with our dash. The objective of the escape is, of course, do you remember your way through Karnak Castle? But also, do you remember where all the treasure chests were? Because there are a lot of different treasure chests in here, and they're all filled with monsters. I'll slow you down. You want to be careful too, because some of these monsters in this dungeon feel like they're specifically meant to waste your time. Like, some of them feel like they just have way too much power, some of them have dialogue in the middle of battles. Okay, now that we have two-handed, I'm actually going to go back to Mystic Knight, but I'm going to equip two-handed as our passive. With two-handed, we now have the ability to wield a sword with two hands. What this means is that we no longer have a shield, but our physical attack power is doubled. Alright, I want you to actually cast... Ooh, we got an elixir, nice. I want you to cast Arrow on a party. Our party. Which of course you're not going to do now. Big boom. Alright. There we go. Gygases will retaliate with Arrow, and also occasionally elbow drop someone too. Since they have a chance to counter both magic and melee, there's kind of nothing you can do about suffering damage from these guys unless you can kill them in one hit, but we don't have quite that kind of power. Honestly, my best suggestion is just haste a party member and then smack them. But at least we have the Arrow spell for Blue Mage now. And the nice part is, again, in this game, if one Blue Mage learns it, every Blue Mage learns it. There we go. Dogs are not a problem. Even if there are too many puppies. I'm just gonna cast Blizzar on you. Use a turn to heal. Although if you want to cast Era on Ferris, that would be really nice. So I can learn that too. Honestly, the Gygases are the worst things to get in the treasure chests. The enemies you get in the chests are random between a few different sets of enemies. The Gygases are the worst just because they have a lot of health. They take a while to KO. Thankfully, however, when we're in the menu here, time is stopped. So we can use that to get a cure on everyone. Other thing is, by having a thief, we not only run faster, but we're also a little bit harder to control, too. These guys are the ones that like to be all like, oh, I'm gonna waste your time. I'm just gonna haste you. Haste stacks. Hit them all with Blazara, because that should kill the wolves. And leave you pretty damaged. Oh, I should put Len in the back row, that's right. Because you've got that boomerang. So the sergeants will run away if they're the last guy remaining. Jump in here. We can skip this room entirely, except for these enemies, I guess. How much damage is Arrow going to do to all of them? Probably not too much, but I want to conserve a little bit of MP. I don't want to use the elixir quite yet. Although, we've got 2 of them. So I guess it wouldn't really be that much of a problem. Yeah, okay, that doesn't do much. Give me power. You'd better bring it. Oh, I'm bringing it. I'm bringing as much as I can. Bartz is going to bring it with this sword. Kill? Yeah, I'll get a little bit of extra experience. And you get the full 3 ABP if you kill the Sergeant. Alright. This place. That's 2,000 gil. We run around the outside of the castle. Get into another encounter. As one does. Alright. And we'll just use Blazara. Honestly, I'm not talking too much, just because this part of the game is kind of stressful. When I was doing the recording that is now the artist known as a practice recording, that was going to be the main LP, but then I decided, it's not really that interesting a video. I got game over in this section 3 times, because I ran out of time on the last enemy. Oh, this is not what I want to see. Alright, Blazara Spellblade. Blazara on all of them. Haste on Bartz. And then we start swinging. Start swinging for the fences. Hang on, their attacks need to happen first. Stop countering. I know that's your gimmick. And I hate your gimmick. Why can't your gimmick work in my favor instead? Probably could have cast another spell there. Alright, Gygas is down. Get all them. Alright, and let's get our reward. We're getting good experience, at least. Elven Mantle! What do you do? Elven Mantle. It's good for you. Oh, very good for you for magic defense. And evasion. Yeah, I'll give that to you. Definitely. Alright, lots more treasure chests to grab. And pretty much all of them have monsters in them. But all of them also have rewards. Alright, Zara. Honestly, this wouldn't be so bad if just these Gygases didn't have so much dang health. Ooh. Ooh. Well, thank you. I learn a little spell from this. And hey, that Elven Mantle is coming very much in handy. You saw we took 4 damage from Arrow. This is one of the kinds of games where your magic defense can actually completely nullify a spell if you've got high enough. So we're close to nullifying just level 1 spells on Galuf. Time magic. I'm just gonna cast slow on you, I guess. Wish that also slowed down the timer, but it doesn't. Actually, I wonder what happens. You can't get the spell yet, but I wonder what happens if you cast Return in a timed situation. Does it reset the timer back to where it was, too? Return is a spell that we're gonna get later that basically returns the battle to square one. And what that means in a lot of cases is that all the enemies are completely healed. The stolen items are reset, they go back to the enemies. You're basically you can use it to kind of figure out the solution to a puzzle fight and then restart the battle. And then be able to do said puzzle more reliably. Oh, you're not confusing anyone. The only confusion here is what I was going to say. That's the confusion. I'm gonna use one of those many elixirs we got on Ferris and on Galuf just to get them back up to fighting fit. The timer's gonna be a little tight. And unfortunately the timer still keeps ticking in the end fight of this area too. That's what got me a lot of times, and it actually got me to a point where I was soft-locked. Well, quote-unquote soft-locked, because when you load the quick save, oh, it loads me here back at the fight with only 10 seconds left. That's good. And you want to be careful during the end fight here too, actually, because the fight has a lot of dialogue to waste your time. Dogs downstairs have opinions. Please stop counterattacking with arrow. What you can also do as well is to quickly toggle on and off the auto battle, and that speeds things up for a sec, So you can use that to cheese the timer a little bit. In fact, this is probably an area where, Berserkers actually can do kind of well, because you can just cheese the time with that. With the auto battle, and the timer doesn't speed up. Alright. I think this is the last important no, there's one more important one. Ooh, you're a big butthole, aren't you, huh? Knocking out our dudes like that. It's Bring Bart's back from the dead. Auto should let me cast another Blizzara, there we go. Alright. Contained a main gauche, which is a nice knife. It's gonna be much better for Ferris than that regular old broadsword. Let's get everyone healed, too. Alright, and let's get the heck out of here. There's 2 chests left. They both have monsters. But one of them has something that's really, really good. That if we don't get it now, we won't be able to get it for a while. Speed things up a little bit. Alright. Alright, I think it's you. Alright, we've actually got our auto battle AI set up right now. Music sped up. Lightning scroll, it was the other one. Crap, oh crap, oh crap. Auto battle, go. Oh, I don't think I have enough time. You can see why I wanted to get that, because it contained Esuna. One more. Alright, get everyone buffed right now. This guy... he's no ordinary soldier. Show us your true form. Ha ha ha! You wish to know my true identity? I am the famed bounty hunter, Iron Claw. And we ran out of time. Unbelievable. Inconceivable. Very much conceivable, actually. Yes, okay, well... I will meet you guys back there. Alright, attempt number 3. I've got plenty of time. You may have noticed I changed Gala from a Time Mage to a Black Mage. Figure having less support and more DPS probably would help. Less healin', more dealin'. This guy? He's no ordinary soldier. Show us your true form. I've had this music playing for the past 30 minutes. Now it's my turn to show you, the famed bounty hunter, Iron Claw. Morph. Whoop. At least we've still got that. Now that we have plenty of time to actually deal with this guy, what do you say we deal with it? There we go, you butt. Christ alive. There we go, a combination of a little bit of better enemy spawn luck and having more offensive power saved the day. Hooray, and I got all the chests. Hooray! And Karnak Castle is no more. Hooray. Not so sure about that last one. Crystal shards. Will you lend us your power as well? Alright, we got the shards for Beastmaster. I have to do it one at a time. Geomancer. And this last one's gonna be very important. Ninja. You may have noticed we only got 3 jobs from the fire crystal, though. You're very observant. I'm sure we'll get more, though, he said, knowingly. But with that, Castle Karnak is no more. And unfortunately, that means that the prices at Karnak are no longer cheaper than market price. Though there is a new salesman here, who sells Mithril Spear, Kunai, Whip, and Diamond Bell. Diamond Bell is for Geomancers, Whip is for anyone who can use a whip, Kunai is for ninjas, and Mithril Mithril Spear is for dragoons. But we don't have a dragoon yet. Alright, what do I want to get now? Well, I think it might be a good time to get some new armors. So let's buy 2 mithril shields, 2 plumed hats, 2 silver plates, another silk robe, and see, I kind of like you having the big magic defense from the elven mantle. I think that will be good for now. I don't know why I bought you a mithril shield, because you can't equip it. Well, I guess I can get rid of two-handed since we no longer need huge DPS. So I will put cover on. There we go. Now we're cooking with gas. Why not get the magic we're missing too? So let's get Confuse. We have a lot of black magic we're missing. And you will sell us Time Magic, Gravity, and Stop. So now, we've got a lot of magic going on. A lot of heckin' magic. I think I already played this piano. Yeah, this place is looking familiar. Yeah, I definitely played this piano. I think that's gonna be the end of the episode. Especially because my timer says that I've been recording this episode for an hour and 20 minutes. So, yeah, that escape, took a lot out of me, so I'm gonna take a break. I'll see you guys later. This is Tales by Rocket signing out. Thank you guys for watching, and if you liked the video, if you could manage to stay awake through the entire damn thing, please hit that like button. If you don't hit the like button within 10 minutes, Karnak Castle is going to blow up. Come on, if you're gonna burp, burp. If you aren't gonna burp, stop wasting my time. Oh, those were good ones, though. I'm gonna have to listen back to that one post. Alright.